Hello. Hello and welcome to Freeplay 2019's online sessions. Freeplay is Australia's largest and longest running independent games festival. The festival is currently running all week in Melbourne, Australia. Tickets to the weekend conference are still available, and you can find them at freeplay.net.au. If you'd like to join the conversation, our hashtag is freeplay19. All right. Hello. I'm Charlie Francis Cassidy, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs, which I don't know if you can see, I tattooed them on my knuckles because just so you don't have any excuse to misgender me. Anyway, going by the title of this talk, it's probably pretty obvious that I'm a cat enthusiast. When I'm not getting excited about cats, however, I work at Mighty Games as a programmer here in Melbourne. And in my spare time, I like to work on games with mental health, queer, and trans themes. Although my latest game breaks the mold a little bit, as it's mostly a game about collecting cats. Seems relevant, but I'm sure I'll put something queer in there too. All right, I have some slides, so you're going to have to... you won't be able to see my pretty face for a little bit. Let me set that up. Here we go. All right, Charlie yells about cats. I'd just like to start off with dedicating my talk to Bella, a lovely cat that I live with. She's wonderful. And as you can see, one of her hobbies is sitting in front of my laptop as I'm trying to do work. And this was actually when I was working on my cat game. So, you know, seems fair. All right, let's get to the good cats. I'd just like to give a shout out to a bunch of games that people recommended me that I didn't get a chance to play because I've been really busy with work and my mental health has not been the best lately. So I could only write up about cat games I'd already played for this talk. But I'd just like to mention Night in the Woods, Perfect Date. Apparently Assassin's Creed 4 has a cat. I'm on board. Persona 5, Stray Cat Doors, Yonder. I really want to play it for the cats in there. Chrono Trigger apparently revolves around some cats. And apparently there's a cat at the end of Ghost Trick. I'm on board. Anyway, I'm sure there are many, many cute cat games or cute games with cats in them that I've missed out here and that I'm going to miss out in this talk. So please feel free to tweet me your favorite cat games or cats in games or cats. Tweet me pictures of your cats. That's cool too. I'll take them all. All right, let's get to the first cats. Oh, all of them. All right, Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon for a long time at this point. I started with Pokemon Yellow. I have played or own or both pretty much every generation since then. And one of my favorite cats, who is also one of my favorite cats from the Pokemon TV series because Team Rocket are amazing and true queer icons, is Meowth. And this is classic Meowth and Alolan Meowth, who is either grey or purple. I really can't tell what that color is, but that's fine. Anyway, you finally get to play a game with the actual Jesse and James Team Rocket in Pokemon Let's Go, I believe, which is one of the best parts about that game. And they've got a friendly little Meowth following them around, which is wonderful. Quick tip about Pokemon. There are 807 of them now. Seems to be excessive. And about 25 of those are cat Pokemon. It's not as high a ratio as I'd like, but, you know, any cats are good cats. So I had to include Meowth because my good friend Ben is one of his favorite cats of all time. So naturally, had to make an appearance in my talk. I forgot to mention earlier, I'm going to be rating... I'm not very good at rating things. So I'm going to be rating all these cats in meows. And it's going to be roughly out of 5. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, good whiskers on this cat. Sharp and classic. kind of wispy on the lowland. Got a gold coin on their head. Sharp claw. I'd give this Meowth 5 talking Meows. Next, of course, is Litten, who is purely here for the name. I cannot get over the fact that they called this adorable little cat Litten. Like, I am a big fan of puns. I'm a big fan of cats. I'm also a big fan of the color red. So, all in all, I'm a big fan of Litten. Tora Cat is okay. Don't know how I feel about. Is it Incineroar? I've already forgotten what their name is. Yes, Incineroar or something. They're still kind of a cat, I guess. I like the fiery belt type deal they've got going on, and they've got some sweet claws, and they're still red and black, so those are excellent colors. So really, I'd give Litten and Torracat 5 fiery meows and Incineroar 5 beefy meows. As you can see, I'm already not rating any cat under 5 because all cats are wonderful. Fantasy Life is another one of my favorite games. You can basically be anything you want for as long as you like, switch professions, be that for as long as you like, and go back to. Anyway, I spent a long time as a lumberjack and then a carpenter, because what was I going to do with all that wood that I cut down? But you get a cat that can follow you around. You can take them out in your party. They can fight with you. It's been a while since I've played this game, and I'm not sure I actually got into much fighting. But anyway, I named this cat Benny after my cat that lives in Brisbane. I have a cat in Brisbane, and I have a cat in Melbourne. I have cats everywhere. But they're pretty cute. They're white. What looks like they look blue to me, but I think it's white. I don't know. I'm not very good with colors, obviously. Anyway, I would rate this particular cat 5 loyal meows for following you into battle. The Sims. The Sims is another one of my long all-time faves. I started playing the original Sims way back when it came out, and I was totally the person that removed the pool ladder. I'm not proud of it, but we've all been there. But yeah, now not only can you create Sims, but I did specifically buy the expansion pack just so I could create a cat like 4 nights ago. Worth it. Can you look at that cat? Not only does it have like a bunch of like fur types and you can customize your cat, but you can actually get a paintbrush and paint your cat. So I painted my cat red and pink, and then they've got a floral brush, so I could just like give them floral spots. And I'm wearing floral pants right now, in fact. And if you know me at all, you will know I like cats, I like the color red, I love anything floral. So this is my ideal cat right here, created by me, for me. Anyway, yeah, and you get to select traits for your cat, like aloof, affectionate, curious, playful, mischievous, lazy, skittish, territorial, talkative. I can't remember what I ended up choosing for this cat. I would probably go with talkative, aloof, and playful, as that's kind of what my cat in Brisbane was like. Although maybe glutton in there instead of playful. Like you could not leave food out. He's the type of cat that when my sister wasn't looking, he took a bite of her cake and then looked really, really displeased and offended that the cake didn't taste very good. So that's that cat. So now you know a bit more about my cat. Neko Atsume, I'm probably saying that name wrong. Another one of my fave games. These are all my fave games. They have cats. And yeah, it's a game all about putting stuff outside, decorating the area just to attract cats. Which, if I could put a red rubber ball outside my door and have a cat come and roll around on the ground playing with it like regularly, I would 100% do that. And I'm even considering trying it right now. I love cats. I even love the cat that comes and just eats all the food. Like, I'm down. You know, I put that food out there for someone to enjoy. You're enjoying it. Job well done. To get back to rating cats, I rate many of the cats in here 5 meows because they're really cute. All right, I'm really excited about this next game. Subway Adventure. Subway Adventure honestly has one of my all-time fave appearances of a cat in the game. I originally played this game at Bar SK 2 years ago, 2 or maybe even 3 years ago. It was One Games Week, not too long after I moved here. I sat down and someone told me, hey, there's a train station called Cats. It has a bunch of cats. So the first thing I did was I looked at the little map and I was like, all right, how do I get to Cats? How do I get there? So I immediately traveled to this train station and I was not disappointed. And I mean, the whole idea of the game is traveling around to different train stations and seeing stuff. And I dig that. I dig that so much. And like the attention to detail that this cat station has. So you've got like this big cat enclosure. I'm pointing at it, but you can't see me. So I don't know why I'm doing that. But you've got this big cat enclosure that looks like you shouldn't be able to get in there. And I have no idea if you're meant to or not. I mean, I managed to get in there by like ramming up against it and like jumping up and down until I got inside. But I like the idea that maybe this is just a train station it's entirely designed for a cat. It's not designed for you at all. It's got like a little map in there, and all the maps are all written in cat. So, you know, like, this is great. I love this. And just look at those cats. Look at those tiny cats. They're just like made of 1, 2, 3 like solid chunks, and then 4 legs, and like another chunk for a tail, and like a little nose and little triangle ears, and like those whiskers. Those whiskers are so cute. These cats are so cute, and they're just like, there's just so many of them all running around this enclosure. I have to give these cats like 6 out of 5. No, 10 out of 5. I almost want to give them 100. They're just so good. I love them. I love these cats so much. Anyway, I've now talked for like at least 3 minutes about how much I love these cats. I also love the next cat. Minecraft has cats now. I was playing this Sunday afternoon with some friends, and then I just hear this meowing in the village. So I'm in our village, and I hear this meowing, and I'm like, is there a cat here? And yeah, apparently stray cats just spawn in the village now. And so you can tame them by giving them raw fish. So raw salmon or whatever the other fish is. And the thing is, if you approach the cat just runs away because it's a cat and it's like, who are you? I don't want to be anywhere near you. And so I'm just chasing after this cat with this fish in my hand. And eventually I'm just like creeping along like real slowly. And then I just stand there and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to stand here close enough to the cat that they know I'm here, but not close enough that they run away. I'm just standing there and the cat slowly approaches me. And I'm like, all right, have a fish. Have another fish? Okay, you want more fish? All right. They ran off again and I had to chase them down again. But I think maybe 1 or 2 more fish later, they were just like, yep, I am your cat now. and then they will follow you around from then on, unless you tell them to sit, and then they'll sit there for eternity, basically. And they'll follow you, and sometimes they take naps on the bed, like this cat here. When you go to bed, they'll sleep on top of you, and they purr. You can hear them purr, like really loudly, like an excellent purr. And when you wake up, they'll bring you a gift sometimes. And that gift ranges from like a piece of string, a feather, to a whole raw chicken. Just like I woke up and there was just a whole raw chicken sitting there, and I was like, I don't know how you brought that in here, but I am impressed and hungry. But it's real cute. Oh, and they also do another great cat thing. They will sit on top of a chest, and you can't open that chest until the cat decides to move, or you can kind of push them off. But I love it. I love it's just like my cat sitting on my keyboard. Like, it's just so cute. Anyway, definitely one of my favorite things, and I'm so glad I decided to play Minecraft Sunday, because the whole time I was just like, I have a cat, everybody, I have a cat. I unfortunately accidentally lost my cat in a zombie incident, but I went and tamed a ginger cat after that. But I will forever mourn the loss of my cat that I did not get to name yet. So I'd give them probably 10 out of 5. 20 out of 5. 20 out of 5 sounds good. Yeah, 20 out of 5. I don't know how scales work. I can't give any of them under 5, and some of them are just so good. Okay, let's move on to Stodgy Valley. This is another game that's very close to my heart, and just look at that cat flumped down on the ground there, looking real chill. Anyway, so it's basically a farming charming game, as in you farm / charm the townfolk. And you get the chance to adopt a cat or a dog based on when you set up your character, whether you say your favorite is a cat or a dog. I have never gone with the dog because there's no way I could ever say cat was not my favorite. So I have no idea what that experience is like. But having the cat is a good time. They'll just wander around the farm during the day if it's not raining, and they'll just basically flump on the ground like that. They'll like walk 2 meters and then boom, back down on the ground. Anyway, the thing that I like about this cat, aside from being adorable and a cat, is they don't have any progression meter on like how much they love you. So you can pet the cat once a day, you can fill up their water bowl once a day. The water bowl thing I didn't know until someone told me. I'd just been leaving it empty, I guess. It seems obvious now that I think about it, but anyway, so you can do those 2 things once each a day, and those will contribute to how your cat feels about you. But there's no way to get that information. You don't know, because guess what? Cats don't tell you. Cats, classic cat, really, if you ask me. I mean, they show it in other ways, but yeah. And so just one day out of nowhere, you will like pat your cat, and a message will pop up saying X cat loves you, like saying that they love you. Cute story related to this is I was recently in hospital for like a month, so I played a lot of Stodgy Valley, and what I did was I named my cat after my fiance, just so I could get that message pop up saying that they loved me. Because I'm corny as anything, and I missed them, so I named my cat after them. I think they named me after a horse once. Named a horse after me. So, you know, it's not unheard of. Anyway, 5 out of 5 for this cat, for sure. This game, I'm not sure how well known the Pets games are. Pets with a Z. But I had Cats 5 growing up. And I spent I spent a lot of time playing this game. Like I pretty much my childhood was playing like the cats, playing cats and playing Sim Tower. But like it's pretty basic. Like you have a bunch of items that you can put into the world that the cats can interact with. You can breed cats, you can adopt cats, you can dress your cats up, you can take your cats to different locations and just that's pretty much it. And they were just so cute, and you can like pick them up and you can pat them. I was just like, they're just so adorable. I am just happy to spend 5 million hours in this game just like setting up rooms and like breeding my cats and getting like cool cat families and getting cool like coloring on my cats and stuff. I guess I had a lot of time to burn back then. But I give them 5 out of 5, honestly. They're pretty good. All right. Animal Crossing. It's another game that I love a lot. It's also another game that's my go-to when I'm in hospital. There are so many cat villages that you could meet. I have not met barely any of these. I think I've met Rudy. Rudy is good. Anyway, game basically revolves around you being the mayor of a cute little town and your crippling housing debt that just will not end, and helping out your friendly villagers and stuff. And yeah, apparently Jock is a personality trait, I guess. And you got peppy and lazy and snooty and well, I don't know what normal is. And lazy, did I say that already? I don't know. Anyway, there are a vast array of cat friends that you can make in Animal Crossing. And I think it would be unfair of me to rate these cats individually because I have not had the joy of experiencing all of them just yet. So I'm gonna give them a collective 100 out of 5. They're just all wonderful. I don't know how that works. 100 out of 100, 100 out of 5. I'm gonna say 100 and we'll work it out later. Foristas. I got into this game last year when I was in New Zealand for NZGDC. And honestly, what is not to love about this game? You run a cat cafe, which if I wasn't a game dev, maybe that should be my career. Maybe that is my retirement career, is owning a cat cafe. So you own a cat cafe where you pair up cats to like customers who are after like maybe a playful cat or maybe a shy cat. And so they spend time with them. They spend some hearts. You get hearts for their interactions. You get some coins for like patting your cats and cleaning up after them and giving your customers like a smoothie or a coffee. Or I think once I made someone pancakes and I was like, oh, there's food now. That's cool. Anyway, so I really love this game. And I've only unlocked so far that many cats. So I'm gonna quickly go through them. Honestly, I just keep this game open and just watch my cats wander around and watch the people love the cats. I feel like I should choose a favorite cat, but they're all honestly really good. So like Salem is real chill. Wooly is like shy, but like pat them enough, and like they're all in. Shadow is good. Meese is an aloof warrior with a soft heart. Like, speaking of cats, my cat is currently trying to get into this room. I think she's hungry, but she's probably just gonna have to wait a little bit. Personally, I think Cinnamon is one of my favorites because Cinnamon reminds me of my cat who, like I said, he's more than happy to take a bite out of a piece of cake if you leave it sitting around on the bench for too long, or too long being 20 seconds. Okay, so we've gotten to the part of my talk where I'm going to talk about a couple of games that I have worked on. So I'm possibly a little bit biased in rating them. So maybe I won't rate them. Oh, I didn't say how much I rated these cats. Look, every single cat gets is 5 out of 5. A couple of them are like 6 or 7 out of 5. Like I give Cinnamon a good 7 out of 5. Salem, super chill, 6 out of 5. Lovable, that's just such a good name. 6 out of 5. All right. So first of all, I'm going to talk about Shooty Skies. So Shooty Skies has the classic Shooty cat. I didn't get any slides together for this because I meant to do it at work today, but I got super busy. So Shooty Skies has like a whole update dedicated to cats that we released for some sort of World Cat Day, I believe. And it's got the classic Shooty cat who meows. So sitting on the I just have the Shooty cat meow in my head always because of the amount of time I've spent playtesting that game. And the first cat that you get is Shooty cat, and you load up the game, and then you're like, all right, I'll test this thing with Shooty cat, and he's like meow 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 meow. Anyway, another game I'm quickly going to mention is Questy Quest. It doesn't have like a cat character, but it has a cat that sits on top of your head. So you can unlock a cat hat, which I think is especially good. And lastly, this is my game. This is the game that I'm currently working on. It's basically a procedural cat generation game. So you live on a small base on the moon and you collect cats. So there's a choice of about 10 cats a day that you can choose from, and you can share pictures of your cats with other people. And if you find a cool cat, you can share it, and other people can like take that share and be like, all right, I want to adopt that cat too. That's a really cool cat. Yeah, and so all the traits and all the colors and stuff are going to be procedurally generated. Yeah, so this endeth the content that I had prepared for this talk. I am pretty sure that there are hundreds of cats that I have missed, and I'm sad about that. But, you know, and while I could talk for another hour about cats if I wanted, but this was all I had prepared for this talk. So hopefully you've enjoyed this a little bit. This real chill, just how good are cats, and I hope you enjoyed my gushing about Subway Adventure and Minecraft cats, because oh my god, I would happily set up a stream of me just playing Minecraft and talking about my cat, just like cat adventures. I might do that. Anyway, so if you have any questions or anything for me, now is the time. I'm more than happy to answer them. If you have suggestions for really good cats that you'd like me to check out, also, I'll also take those. So give me some questions, give me some cats. What do you got? Anything? Where do I get my cat inspiration from? Thanks, Chad. Are there any real life cats that inspire you, or real life cats you really like? Yes. So I have 3 main cats in my life at the moment that I really love and that make me want to do more cat things. Make me want to make a game about cats and make me want to play games with cats in them. So there's Benny, my cat that lives in Brisbane. He was unfortunately unhappy down here in Melbourne when I tried to move him here. So he's back living with my sister, which he's really happy about. And he's just like a big, grumpy, like fluff of a cat he's a tank. He is built like a tank and he is very large. And he will eat any amount of food. But anyway, I adopted him like 4 or 5 years ago. I walked into a room that he was in and he just kind of looked at me and then came over to me and I was like, this is it. This is the cat I am in love with. This is the cat that I am going to adopt. And I miss him daily. His favorite activity used to be following me around and sitting next to me or behind me and just like watching what I'm doing. Like we bonded instantly. The other cat in my life is Bella, who was the one in the slideshow sitting in front of my laptop. She's wonderful. She likes to sit on my chest and purr aggressively at me in the mornings to get me up to feed her, which I think is just so adorable and is just so not getting me out of bed any faster. Sometimes she snuggles up next to me under the doona. So she's really wonderful. And the other cat is a cat named Coco who lives across the road from where I work currently. And so we'll look out the window and someone will be like, oh, Coco is outside. And we'll all like, by all of us, I mean, there's like 2 of us will go outside and immediately be like, all right, let's go say hi to Coco, who is the friendliest cat ever. Like just today, we were watching her wander, like follow these people all the way down the street. Like she would not stop. She was just like, where are you going? I'm going to go with you too. Like, pat me. Hello. I'm friendly. You're friendly. Let's make this happen. And they kept trying to get the cat to stay so that because she lived there. But when Coco wants to follow you, Coco follows you. So and there's a couple of friendly cats around here that anytime I see a cat on the street that doesn't immediately run off from me, I'll be like, all right, hello. Do you want me to say hi? And if they're into a pat, I'll be like, cool, I'll hang out with you for a little bit. Cats are just wonderful. I love cats. So yeah. Basically my cat inspiration comes from those 3 cats mainly. They give me the drive. I guess there's not a lot of questions to ask about a cat talk. So, thank you for watching. It's been real good getting to talk about cats. I don't think I have anything else to talk about, really. I mean, yeah. Well, I guess if that's all the questions, then I guess I'll just wrap up here. Thank you so much for watching me just ramble a little bit about cats for like 20 to 25 minutes. It's been really good. Highlight of my week for sure. And I had burgers last night, which is usually the highlight of my week. So, this is burgers is probably the other thing that I love on the level with cats. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm just rambling about burgers, and I'm not here to talk about burgers. And I finished talking about cats, so I guess that's it. So thank you for watching. Please go out and pat a cat. Tell them Charlie said so. See ya.